and it arrived early of all things, right? Believe that?
Wow.
I mean, that doesn't happen.
No, sure.
So it was supposed to arrive this week, and it arrived over a week early. And so Henson Robinson didn't have a place to put it on their ground, so we brought it to the Y. It's sitting there now, and that'll be installed here within the next few weeks. Today, over the weekend, the installation company came to install our new basketball standards.
Absolutely.
And so they've been working on that. There were 3 standards that were hung from the ceiling over the weekend. They're there today. They'll be there for the next couple of weeks, and they should pretty much have everything, all 12 hoops, done in that time frame. Wow. And then we'll have to get our volleyball standards taken care of, and then we're moving. We're good to go. Then it'll be the flooring, and then the bleachers. We've painted. Got staff. Steve Zook, Joe Newingham doing a great job painting. They painted in the wellness center when we got all of our wellness center equipment, and we're still waiting on our dumbbells, but that's the last piece of equipment yet to arrive. And almost all of the free weights equipment was replaced. And then waiting on our new dumbbells, which they'll be nice. They'll be real nice. But they gave us some loaners to use throughout the meantime, so everyone has some dumbbells to use in the meantime. The plates and the dumbbells were all rubber coated. That's what we wanted. We wanted to kind of upgrade with all of our equipment, which we did. Cardio pieces that are fantastic, matrix pieces, life fitness pieces, and octane pieces, bikes, recumbents, VersaClimber, rowing machine. I mean, you name it, Stairmaster, a step mill. We got it all. So that's been really good. We've been progressing really the last 4 months really well. And hopefully by mid to late September, our gym, our new activity center, will be completed, and all 12 standards will be up. Flooring will be completed. We're almost, we got a ways to go yet painting, but we're probably about 2/3 of the way there. So we got some painting to do on some of the walls yet and some of the beams, and then the flooring is it'll happen, and then the bleachers, and then that part of the project's done too. So it's moving along rather nicely.
The speed of this capital campaign surprised me from the first episode we started talking about this, because I didn't really know when taking on a project this big how it would work, if the work would start once all the funds were there. That's really what I thought it was going to be looking like, and which it would have taken a little bit of time to reach your goal of 1.4 million. But you've been doing this work all along the line. Is that something that you guys set off and planned to do from the start? Is that a normal operation there?
We kind of had it set and planned that we would try to show people progress throughout the campaign.
I love that.
And so it would have been great if we could have got things moving sooner, but a lot of that takes time.
Yeah.
And so I was working with, different vendors to try to figure out what fitness center equipment and what wellness center equipment we were going to get. And then, seeking estimates and trying to get the best basketball standards and bleachers and flooring. And so it's a process. It takes a while, but we're slowly progressing, and hopefully in the next 2 months, and if not by the end of September, hopefully by that first to second week in October, will be completed. So our goal is by the second week in October, at least to have like a grand reopening, and kind of show everyone our new activity center. They may have come out and already utilized it, but our scoreboards are yet to arrive. We have 4 electronic boards that we're going to hang up in there as well. So there's 4 small courts that will have grades 1 through 4 basketball on. And then there's 2 bigger courts that are 84 by 50, which are high school size, that will have junior high on up basketball and adult basketball. So we have 2 30 by 60 IHSA volleyball courts that we'll have. And then it's just, we're moving on from there. Right. We'll have 4 pickleball courts. So there's going to be a lot of activity going on in that. And I think what we've talked about is probably the biggest challenge for us is to schedule it, because you're going to have a lot of people wanting to play pickleball. Once youth basketball's going, you have a lot of teams want to practice. And then once you get both full-size courts going, you're going to have a lot of junior high and high school kids and or young adults that are going to want to getting to play some too, and get something coordinated and organized. So there's a lot there. We'll be working on getting some new software that will incorporate so that when we host tournaments, people just go to the app and everything will be on there. There'll be schedules on there. They could register on there. They could, we're going to try to really kind of hit the ground running and do the right thing and get our gym, our new activity center, to where we're serving all of Christian County.
Sure. I wanted to ask a little bit more about the tournament piece of this and getting citizens to travel here. Of course, the Christian County YMCA very involved in the community. You mentioned all of the ways that our local community youngsters can get involved with of course, playing basketball and pickleball, all that stuff. But how important is it to create that space where you can hold these IHSA volleyball tournaments? And then, of course, you're creating that app. You know how crazy those weekends can get. This is all really great. But getting people to travel to the CCYMCA.
Sure. That was kind of our goal, was to take our gym, and it was a nice gym, and it really served the community for years. It was a great area, and we slowly improved upon it year after year after year. But now with bleachers, to be able to have over 300 and I think it's 309 people be able to sit in bleachers. We're going to have some portable bleachers as well that another 15 people will be able to sit on each portable bleacher. And then to have two 84 by 50 IHSA high school, size basketball courts, 230 by 60 IHSA size volleyball courts. And to have that equipment in our facility is big, because we can offer tournaments. We can maybe, and who knows what the future holds. Maybe we can try to assist the school if they do something and they want to do something at the high school, and maybe they could have one or two courts at the Y. Who knows? And
those
maybe
holiday tournaments.
Maybe that's not maybe that's not a possibility, but I guess the way we're looking at it is we would like to be open to try to help all groups, all organizations try to, if there was a way that we could work with the schools and we could do something like that, that would be fantastic. So
you made it very clear with the ways that the YMCA wants to go out and partner with these local businesses and agencies with this back to school health and resource fair, which sounded like a successful event. Bruce, let's save it for our second half here, as we talked a whole lot about the capital campaign in that first half, and we can reference it back in our second half. But this is Bruce Blanchin, Executive Director of the Christian County YMCA. Just such great words from him and great things coming over to our YMCA. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn and beans trading steady at this hour. Wheat trading lower. September corn 388 1/4 up 1 3/4. December corn up 2 1/4, 405 1/2. March corn 422 1/2 up 1 3/4. August beans down 7 3/4, 1021 1/2. September beans up 1/2 penny, 1018 1/2. November new crop 1029 up 1 3/4. September wheat 533 3/4, down 5 1/4. December wheat down 4, 558 1/4. August bean meal 354.20 down 730. August bean oil 40.58 down $1.13. Livestock market August feeders 245.22 down 442. August live cattle down 242. 181.67. August lean hogs down 80 cents, 91.40. Energy market September crude oil 72.74 down 78 cents.
Hi, this is Leah Steckemeyer with People's Bank and Trust, and I'm here to share information about our Save by Spending programs. Save by Spending Roundup, where we round up your debit card purchases to the next dollar and put that change in your savings account. Also, our Save by Spending Rewards program. You can earn cash back on all qualifying signature-based debit card purchases. Call 888-PBT-1954 and learn more about our Save by Spending programs. At People's Bank and Trust, we put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
the Christian County YMCA is on the verge of something monumental. This is Bruce Blanchin. Executive Director at the YMCA. Our capital campaign is nearing its goal of $1,465,000, but we need your help to cross the finish line. Thanks for your support. We've made incredible progress so far. Our wellness center now features a brand new floor and cutting-edge equipment, and major upgrades are coming soon to our aquatic center and athletic center. Together, we can make a difference. Donate today at the Christian County YMCA.
Taylorville Estates Assisted Living is where they encourage independence and enrich lives. Have your own apartment and enjoy 3 home-cooked meals a day. Socialize with friends and ride the bus to many local activities. Residents are treated like family at Taylorville Estates Assisted Living. Find out vacancies and get on the waiting list by contacting Administrator Tony Clark. You can stop by or call 824-2222. That's 824-2222. Taylorville Estates Assisted Living, encouraging independence, enriching lives.
Luke Milan here from Milan Mowing, offering complete lawn care services to all of Christian and surrounding counties, and we are accepting new customers. Find out our lawn care options by clicking our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM AM, FM, and online on the WTIM mobile app and Amazon Alexa is your ag information station with over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming and our own local farm broadcaster. Tune into WTIM, your ag information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
We are back live on the WTIM Morning Show with Bruce Blanchin, the Executive Director of the Christian County YMCA. Still trying to figure out this live stream camera, folks, but the live stream is sponsors brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. In that first half with Bruce Blanchin, talked about this capital campaign that we've been talking about for a while, but they're getting just that much closer to their goal, and the renovations happening over there. They're just really, really happy to be hearing about those. Let's talk a little bit about that back to school health and resource fair. It seems like a great event. Talk to me about it.
It was a huge event. You know, Jay Bollinger, the community director with the Memorial Hospital and YMCA board member, and Susie Trauber with Operation Loaded Book Bag and Dinner Season with Love. And then there were so many great volunteers that we got to work with, other organizations, other health organizations, that it was a great event. I think Susie had sent out over 120 invitations. There were close to 90 to 100 people who showed up to collect or pick up their back to school supplies, and then they served dinner for all of those folks, that lunch that day for all those folks as well. So I was there for 3 hours in the morning. I got everything set up and moving, and then I left, and they had a great day. It was a great day. There were just it was nonstop busy all from the time we started at 10 to when they finished at 2, and they actually didn't finish grilling everything until about 3, and Susie was still there, and with one of her grill masters, her volunteers, and they were still grilling, and they had prepared all the food, and then they thought that way they could try to dispense it and make sure to get it all out to folks as well. So it was a great event. There were several organizations involved. I think there were close to 20 to 21 organizations involved. There was some face painting. Jay had lined up that soccer dartboard. Yeah. That was really cool. And there was a small little obstacle course that the hospital nurses put on. And so I'll tell you what, it was a really cool event. And that's the thing, ever since I've been at the Y, you know, from 91 to 03 and from 21 to today, I think the thing is just for us to be more involved in the community, to kind of have a finger on the pulse of our community, to help out, to do whatever we can, and to host events like that. And so it's pretty exciting to be able to do that.
Can't think of a much better way to show that involvement in the community by getting involved with Dinner Season with Love, Operation Load Book Bag. That's 90 to 100 kids right there that and their parents that are going to school on the first day with those questions answered, with those.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, I mean, so we all helped kind of unload the equipment out of Susie's van and the hospital truck, and we put it in the basement at the Y, and then we brought it up there that day. You know, actually the day before on Friday afternoon, several volunteers in Tanner, they brought everything up and they put it upstairs. And so all we had to do that morning was just move it out of the room, out of the gym, and then put it, set it up on tables. So it was a fantastic event. And it was one of those events that, we're really glad we did it because we know that it's needed and it's really important to this community and in Christian County. And we'll continue to hopefully host that event year after year after year.
So happy to hear that. So happy that population of people that might struggle at the start of that school year, they have their needs met right there. Tell me how it works. Is it a station with pencil boxes? Is it a station with Kleenexes? How does it work?
She had stuff everywhere.
Okay.
And so I said, Susie, do you want a table of just pencil boxes? You want a table of just notebooks?
Yeah.
She's like, well, let's kind of spread it out because kids of all ages will be
Ah.
here. So we kind of spread it out. There were certain things that only older kids, calculators,
Yep.
things like that that they would select. So some of those items were together, but we had, I think there were 7 or 8 tables that were set up with all of the equipment on
Okay.
top, boxes underneath, so that they would just, when things were running low, they just put more supplies up on the table. And I know when I left that morning, I felt really good just because like the Taylorville Park District had delivered that Friday, they had delivered 6 to 8 picnic tables
Wow.
for
That's big.
Dinner Season with
Yeah.
Love to serve the food. And there's a couple there on our grounds. And so they were near the trees and near some shade. So they could go outside, they could eat, come back inside, have fun. And several people were there for several hours.
Yeah, I can imagine that you can get a whole lot done there with the services offered by the hospital, of course, the kids' activities there. Was this the first year for this back to school health and resource fair?
It was the first year
Cool.
that the YMCA, the hospital,
Okay.
and all the other organizations, the Park District, Operation Loaded Book Bag, Dinner Season with Love, and really just several other organizations. And I wish I had the list of all of them just to acknowledge them all, but there's so many great organizations that were involved, and it was just a great event.
One that you hope to do again next year?
That's right.
Awesome.
We'll, you know what? It'll be an annual event from here on out.
Love it.
And hopefully now that our gym is getting renovated,
Yeah.
our new activity center will have new flooring. And so it'll be a little different hosting
Absolutely.
next year.
Absolutely. And Bruce, in our final 30 seconds here to wrap up our capital campaign conversation and any places people can go for more on that.
I'll tell you what, just www.ccymca.org. Give us a call. We do have a code on there that you could snap your phone, a QR code, and hopefully they could contribute. But more than anything, we just want to serve more people and really spread the word that we're here to help everybody.
Amazing words there, Bruce. Thank you for taking the time today, being here with me.
Thanks. Appreciate
Absolutely. Bruce Blanchard, Executive Director of our great Christian County YMCA. This has been the last segment of our WTIM morning show. Have a great rest of your morning.
Your information station, WTIM.